Oh, hiya, honeys. Welcome back to my spooky little corner. For those who don't know me, I am Lady Mylita, and I bid you welcome. So, my darklings, I have a little unboxing video for you today of a new brand that I am going to be trying, and I hope you'll enjoy that. So the brand is called Alter Ego, and I will leave the link down in the description box. They are known as a knockoff brand of some of the more top-notch brands. And I've seen a few different YouTubers play with these palettes and actually really like these palettes. So I was really excited to try something of a dupe of a brand that I could not afford, and I'm sure most of you couldn't afford. So I went onto their website and I found out they only ship within the United States of America. Now I am in Canada, so that kind of put a damper on my spirits, I'm not going to lie. It was definitely something I wanted to try, and now I realized I'm not going to get to try it. So I have a few American friends, and so I messaged them and I said, hey, if I ship this to you, can you from there ship it to me? And my one lovely friend said, yes, absolutely, let me help you. So I had everything shipped to her, and from her, she shipped it to me. Now, I will be honest, it was a bit of a pain in the bottom, and it actually cost me quite a bit extra money, which I will go into as I dive into this box beside me. But yeah, so if you're looking to see this new brand and are as interested as I am, stay tuned and let's dive in. Okay, my honey, so this is the package that I got. It's very heavy, but this is the box it came in, and then here is everything inside. So I'm going to go through everything one at a time with you. We'll do some swatches, and I'll talk about prices and everything else. So everything was shipped in bubble wrap, which is nice. I do like that. And I did actually pick up 3 of their palettes. So we'll start with the palettes first. So here are the 3 palettes that I grabbed. Artemis, Goddess, and Aurora. Now these 3 palettes are all knockoffs for Natasha Denona palettes. So we'll start off with our top one here, which is Aurora. Now the package feels very nice. The cardboard, it feels like it's got a waxy texture to it. So that I don't mind. And here is the packaging. Again, it feels like it has that almost waxy feel to it. Makes cleaning very easy. And then we open it. Oh, it's got a protector. We like that. And it has a nice mirror. And here is your colors. So this Aurora palette was $16 American at the Alter Ego site. Now this is a knockoff for the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. And the Sunrise palette, you can get that on Sephora. And the Sunrise palette is $87 Canadian. $87. Okay, so I'm just using my phone so we can find out what the price is in Canadian funds. So this palette was the $16 converted to American. It was $16 American. Converted to Canadian would be about $21. So this palette is 21 Canadian versus the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette, which is 87 Canadian. That is a huge, huge difference. And she's very lovely. She's a little messy. She's got some, but not too bad. And she's got some lovely, lovely colors in here. Very pinks, yellows, golds, very sunrise, which Aurora, right? That makes sense. So let's swatch a few of these. So I'm automatically drawn to Sunburst here. So Sunburst. Okay, and then I really, really love the shade Nova. So we're going to She's another matte. And then let's try a nice shimmer and let's see how that feels. Let's go with something a little more neutral, Stellar. There's Stellar. Here they are on the hand. Okay, and then we're just going to swatch them across my arm here. I do wear a long sleeve shirt, so let's see how this goes. So there, this is Stellar. And then we have Sunburst. And then last but not least, Nova. And there we go. That's them swatched. As I always say though, finger swatches aren't the best test. It's better to test them on the eyes. But there we go. Now, those look pretty nice. They were very nice and soft. The color went on pretty nice, especially the yellow. The yellows are a harder one to formulate. So far, so good. Really excited to play with those colors. Okay, so our next palette in the unboxing is the Goddess palette. It is also a Natasha Denona palette. And again, very similar feel in the box and packaging. And actually, they look pretty much the same, just different color. I'm fine with that. So, Goddess is in black. Again. And it has a nice mirror. And here is the colors of the Goddess palette. She is like an earthy tone, green and gold. And as I said in my one video where I did a green goth, green has been really calling my name these days. So when I saw this palette, I'm like, oh yes, greens. I can't wait to play. So this is a knockoff for Natasha Denona's gold palette. And so this one is the same price as the Aurora. It is $16 American, which works out to be about 21 Canadian. The gold palette on Sephora is $170 Canadian. That is a really big difference in price point from like $21 to $170. So even if this is like remotely as good, I think I won. So let's swatch a few of these colors. Oh, they're so beautiful. Oh, and these are beautiful. They are all named after different goddesses. Oh, that's awesome. Or like different mythological women even. We'll put it that way. Again, there was a bit of cleanup on the edges, but nothing overly. The shadows are in very well. So let's see. I'm absolutely going to try the color Freya. The shimmers are very nice, very soft, but not so soft. Not like, say, Huda Beauty's is soft, but very nice. And then I'm going to try the color, oh gosh, there's so many pretty ones here. I'm going to try the color Gaia, which is the darkest green here. Makes sense. Gaia is Mother Earth. She's a nice green. And then last but not least, I am going to try Valkyrie, which is almost like a green gold. Oh, she's so pretty. Here they all are. And now we're just going to swatch them again on the arm. So, Valkyrie. Oh, she's so pretty. I don't know if it's really picking up, but it's just like a light green. Oh, gorgeous. Okay, and then this is Gaia. She's almost like a spruce green. She's got a bit of blue to her. And then last but not least, Freya. She's from Norse mythology. And she's like a beautiful pale gold. There's those swatches. Very impressed with those shades. Gorgeous on the skin. I cannot wait to play with this palette. I think we're going to turn out an amazing dynamite look with this one. And our last palette is the biggest palette. And this is their newest palette on Alter Ego. This is called Artemis. For those who don't know, Artemis is the goddess of the hunt and the moon in Greek mythology. Her twin brother was Apollo, god of the sun and music. Okay, so this again, same feel, same basic look, just a different color, which I'm okay with. So, And this one is a bigger one. Again, I'm loving that they have those. Wow, these are pretty amazing. And here is the colors of the Alter Ego Artemis palette. She is pretty. And she's got a bit of everything. Now this palette was $22 American. So let's just look up on my phone what 22 American is. So 22 American is about, we're going to say $29 Canadian. But you're getting 28 shades here. And this is a dupe for Natasha Denona's Metropolis palette, which you can purchase over on Sephora for $170. Again, another expensive palette from Natasha Denona, and she is known for her more expensive palettes. She is more of a luxury brand. So that's a big difference. We're going from 29 to 170. So yeah. So let's swatch a few of these colors. There's a lot of nice shimmers in here. More so than I think the other palettes. So let's try. Okay, so we're going to do Victory, which is a blue. She's a blue shimmer. And then let's try this one here. This is called Silent. And it looks almost like a mossy green shade. And it's a matte. And then let's see. Oh, I kind of like this one called Conquer. She is a metallic kind of bronzy red. And you know what? We're going to try one more. Let's see. I got two metallics. Let's try another one. Let's see. This one is Ambush, and it looks like it's a black. All right. So here they all are, all on my finger here. Now let's swatch them out. Okay. Okay, so we're just going to do them on my arm. So this one, actually, this Ambush looks more like a dark, dark, dark blue. Yeah, I would say it's a blue. I thought it was black in the pan, but it's not. And then Conquer are like metallic red. Ooh, that's something. Then we have Silent, which is a matte, almost kind of drab olive-y color. And then last, Victory, which is our metallic blue. Those are quite stunning. That Conquer shade is quite lovely. But again, the real test is how they go on the eyes, not on a finger swatch. But if they go on half as nice as that, I'm more than pleased. And there's a lot of fun colors in this palette. I'm going to get a lot of use out of this one. I also purchased a few other things from Alter Ego just simply because it was going to be harder to get them. So this is why I made the order larger. I also ordered their eyeshadow base. It comes into, and again, they all have that waxy feel to the packaging, which I'm not upset with. And it's just a small tube. And it just comes with like a little wand, little doe foot that you apply it with. So I figure that won't hurt to try that. And it is $6 American. So that probably, it works out to about almost $8 Canadian, but that's not a bad price really for an eyeshadow base. And that's a pretty good tube. So we'll see how that one goes. I also purchased their matte liquid lip bundle. They're just, I think, getting into the lip colors. So I'm not sure. I think they only have the 6. So they have it in a bundle, which is $28 American, which works out to be about 36, 37 Canadian. Or you can buy them all individually, and each one is $6 American, which works out to be about $8 Canadian. So those are a really good price. So I figure I would buy the bundle. So I have a whole pile of different colors, and I figure I'll take them all out of the boxes and swatch them for you. So the first shade is called Euphoria. Again, all the boxes are very matte, like the wax feel. Okay, so here is the component. It's kind of black on top. color, and it says the color on the bottom of each one. So I'm just going to take, it does have a bit of a scent to it, but nothing overly powering. And I'm just going to put swatches. So she's like, I want to say almost like a beigey kind of purpley nude look. And that's Euphoria. Our next shade is called Jealousy. I like the components. They have a really nice snap. Again, there is a bit of a scent, but it's nothing uncomfortable for me. Okay, so that's Jealousy. It is a little deeper than Euphoria. Okay. Our next shade is the shade called Intrigue. Again, they all have that scent, so I'm not going to bother smelling them anymore. And she's definitely more of a taupey, almost brown shade. There she is. Our next shade is called Crush. Oh, and she's like a pretty, almost dusky rose shade. This shade is called Infamous. Ooh, I like that. Okay, and let's see what she looks like. Oh, she's almost like a more chocolatey brown shade, which is not a color I normally would gravitate towards. I'm not much for browns, but I'll play with it. And our last shade of our matte liquid lipstick set is called Vanity. And she looks red. Nothing beats a good red lipstick in my opinion. Oh, she's a nice red. Very vampy red. And there we go. There is all the lipsticks swatched. It's a nice little bundle set, actually. They're all very wearable, more neutral tones. So I'm not going to complain. I'm probably going to get a lot of use out of them. While I'm waiting for them to dry down, I'll give you a bit of a little sample. So like I said in the beginning of our video, I had some difficulties getting everything, but I did manage to get them. So my order from Alter Ego worked out to be $109.26 Canadian. So 3 palettes, 6 lipsticks, and an eyeshadow base. That's not bad, really, when you think of it. When you break it down, that's a really good price. But in order to get it to Canada, unfortunately, the US post hasn't been working properly, so it had to come FedEx. So I had to pay that. It turned out to be over $50 American, and it worked out to be $88.10 Canadian that I had to send over. So in total, so far, I have spent $197.36 on this order. Plus, I know FedEx is going to be billing me as well for any taxes and dues that are owed on top of that. So it did end up being pricey. Simply because it couldn't come straight to me. I had to do it kind of around the bush way. But I didn't mind doing that because I really, really wanted to try this brand out. So it did take a little more, and it took a little more coin for me. So if you're a Canadian and you're watching this and you're like, oh, I really want that palette. Well, maybe you'll have better luck than I did, because it did take quite a bit to get it here. And I do want to thank my friend dearly for helping me out. You know who you are, and I appreciate you and love you for helping me. But yeah, it cost me quite a bit to get it all here. But in the end, really, like I'll be spending a little over $200. Like, you know, one of those pallets without taxing, without shipping, like, is $170. So I couldn't buy all 3 pallets for that price, could I? I couldn't. So I'm really not complaining. The lipsticks look nice. They're good quality. They dry down pretty good. There is some coming off, but I did have it on pretty thick. But it looks pretty good. So that is my alter ego haul. I hope you're excited about playing with these new products with me. They probably won't all be out one after another. I'll probably space them with some other stuff I got in store for you guys. I got a few different things I've kind of put to the side that I'm planning on playing with. But yeah, let me know what you think. Was there a color you were gravitating towards? A palette you really liked? If you have used Alter Ego, please let me know what you think. I am super excited. The videos I've seen where they have compared, one side was Alter Ego and then the other side was Natasha Denona, you wouldn't have even known a difference. That's how good it looked. So I am super stoked to play with these. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and maybe subscribe and come and join me in my dark little corner more often. And you guys know where you can find me. I'm on Facebook and Instagram under Lady Mylita. And every Sunday we get together and we do my makeup on a Facebook Live. This look actually was done on a live. And you can always go back to my Facebook and look up my lives because I do save them all. So I hope you'll join me sometime. We always have fun. We always chit chat about makeup and what's going on in life, right? And it's a good time. I enjoy my life so much. I love talking with all my darklings out there. So maybe come and give me a view sometime. As always, darklings, stay safe. Be kind to one another. Goodbye, my darklings.